my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As always, there will be a timestamp listed down below so you can jump around, and if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. I do try to post 7 days a week, sometimes a couple of times a day, like this video. I'm hoping to get 2 up because it is a shorter video, and you just don't want to miss out on all of the content. This one I will try to be pairing with a new release and just everything that's good. And all you have to do is hit the button and you're part of the Fawn family, but you want to hit the bell so you can be a part of the Fawn squad, notification squad, and make sure you're getting notified by YouTube, and it's that simple. Now this is a requested video because I've had a few people ask me how I do my eyebrows, and so, oh, I just realized I forgot to give a video shout out. Look at me, I'm like, I'm like hyped up. I have already filmed 5 videos, and I'm gonna be filming 3 to 5 more, depending how this evening goes. And my stomach's growling. So this video shout out goes to Jocelyn Morton. Jocelyn, oh my goodness, I loved your comments so much on the Pat McGrath gloss. I know, you really do need to grab those quickly. They are amazing. I don't think that they are limited edition though. They're going to be something that's going to sell out, take a while to restock, and then she'll stock them and they'll sell out again and again. So I don't think it's something that you have to worry about where once it's gone, it's gone. Pat McGrath has been really great about restocking. And if you are signed up to her website, you get notified whenever something is back in stock, when she bundles things, when she has deals for the holidays, when there's like a sneak sale. And like, for instance, you can buy the whole bundle of the lip glosses for $325 instead of $400 from Sephora if you wanted to get all of them. So it's a really great idea just to be signed up for Pat McGrath. She has a notify me list if there's a shade that you really want that's out of stock. So, and shipping is like 2 days and you get your products. Like, Pat McGrath is awesome. So I really recommend just checking the site out, being signed up for the site, and then always monitoring it through Sephora as well, because you can do the notify me through Sephora and just be, checking the sites and doing that kind of thing. So thank you so much for saying how healthy and juicy my lips looked in all the shades. That's why I love glosses. I think glosses just emphasize lips and make them look so great compared to something that's matte. And I have so many matte liquid lips. It is ridiculous. And lipsticks. And I'm such a gloss girl, but I also have a million glosses anyway. Alright, so now that you guys know anyway, I mean, you know anyway by the title, but yeah, so this video has been requested. And I meant to do it before I got sick, and then I got sick for so many weeks, and then there were like issues and everything else, so I'm just now finally getting to it. So there's not really much to talk about in the intro because I break everything down during my demo and I speak through a lot of it. It's kind of like not like a chit chat, get ready with me, but like a chatty while I'm doing it. I don't just talk and then do it. I do that for part of it, but I do break it down. I explain what shade I'm using, when I use 2 shades depending on when my roots grow in, why I use what products I use, why I choose to do my brows naturally like this versus how other YouTubers do it, which is like giving you more of that microblading effect that I find to look a little bit more unnatural, where with me, I like to have a full beat face but still have my brows looking more natural because my hairs just grow this way. I don't have hairs that grow like that, and then I don't know, it's preference. Brows are always preferential. If you love carving out your brows and having them super sharp, always do what makes you happy. Never just do what you think you need to do because your favorite YouTuber does his or her brows a certain way. And that's why I really wanted to do my brow tutorial, because I am definitely the oddball from what I have seen on YouTube. Most people really like to carve it, make them sharp, and I like to have them a little bit more fluffy and natural looking, and have everything else like, you know, sharp and precise and beat, and then the brows a little bit more natural. That's how I find my balance. But again, if you guys like to carve and have it really like structured, then make them really structured and make them whatever shades you like. I mean, people always give a rule of thumb on Facebook, on YouTube, about shades and what you should do and shouldn't do. And I mean, you can use that as a loose guide, but if you are loving a certain color on your face and you feel like your favorite YouTuber is telling you that you can only go 2 shades darker than your natural hair color, or you can only do this or only do that, and you like something else, F what people are telling you and do what you like. There are no rules. You don't need to structure it a certain way. You don't need to use a certain shade. You don't need to use a certain product. I mean, every video that you see, take it as guidance. Take it as a different way to look at how to approach it. Practice how you want to do it. Make attempts doing your brows different ways from different tutorials that you're seeing with different YouTubers, and then just take away tips from everybody that you love and make it your own. You don't need to do it one certain way, and I think that so many people nowadays are really caught up on brows, and brows have become like a staple in a makeup look. And it's I think that they're so overrated, and there's such a pressure to have perfect brows. And brows are meant to be sisters, not twins. So keep that in mind. They don't need to be perfect. They don't need to be sharp. They don't need to be like every hair in place every moment all the time. Mine are certainly never like that. I like pride myself in not doing that, and I touch on it during the demo. There's one makeup company in particular that has told me that unless I structure my brows, they're not going to post me on Instagram, and I don't care. I have chosen to not be posted by that brand on their Instagram, and, you know, be put in front of their millions of followers, because I want to stay true to me and true to my brand, and that's how far I'm willing to go. I'm willing to not change how I do my brows just to not be posted on that one brand's Instagram, because it's not me, and I'm not going to do it. Even if it means that I could go up 10,000 subscribers, you know, I'm not saying that that's how much, but just throwing out a number. I don't care. I do me, and you guys should do you, and don't ever get intimidated or let somebody tell you that you need to be doing your brows a certain way. I think there's way too much pressure that's being placed on just especially women, but any boys too, because I mean, this community is about women and men, but women are obviously dominating it a little bit more. So I think there's just too much pressure, and just breathe and relax and be happy with your brows, and just use it as a corrective measure if you need to color it in a little bit, if you over tweezed a little bit, but just don't put as much pressure on you as a YouTuber does. That's not real world, and it doesn't need to be done that way. So if you guys want to see how I do my brows naturally, how I don't carve them out, how I just fill them, and then how I explain to you what I do depending on how my hair grows out to deepen them up, to match roots, and make everything cohesive depending on, you know, where I'm at in the growth stages and everything like that, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I know how badly a few of you guys, especially one girl in particular, I don't want to really single you out. I don't think you would mind, but I don't know for sure. You've been wanting to know how I do my brows, and so I thought I'll show you now. And I've been testing out a bunch of new products on my face, so my base makeup does not look the same like it usually. I know I'm always testing out new makeup, but today I like really put a lot of face products to the test. So I'm gonna stick with my typical brow pencils rather than testing out the new MAC ones that I've had for a while now that I've been wanting to test out, just because this has been my ride or die for a couple of years now. Well, not the Precisely, because the Precisely My Brow is a more recent launch, but I've been using the Benefit pencils for a couple of years now, is my point. So I thought now is a good time. I was debating on waiting until my roots grew out a little bit more, because I do change up how I do my brows depending on my roots. Now, I tested out a new bronzer today and it really has stained my hair so far, and I haven't had a chance to brush it out. So please don't mind how warm toned my roots are from the bronzer that got all up in there. Yes, but I do use the Benefit Precisely My Brows on a typical day-to-day basis. When I am totally bleach blonde, no roots, I just stick to number 2. When I start having roots around like week 3.5, week 4, I get my hair dyed every 5th week. So around 3.5 weeks, 4th week's max, I incorporate number 4, and I do mainly number 4 on the outer part, because that's where you want to start deepening it up. If you're going to use multiple shades, you want to start off lighter and then go darker outward, but you can mix the lighter shade, or you can mix a little bit of the darker shade as well. But if you are using multiple shades, always start lighter here and then build darker, mixing them in as you go outward. But because I don't have my darker roots, like you can see they're coming in, but that's still not enough for me to really use number 4 today. I just wanted to let you know that I'll tell you like how I would incorporate it when we get here, but number 2 is what I do when I'm this color. And blondes get really scared of going a little bit deeper in color. And you really shouldn't be, because it can make you pop more. It can give more definition to your face. I mean, we naturally have it darker already, and then most people darken it another shade as it is. And lightening your brows, I mean, it's all preferential. At the end of the day, it really is preferential, but don't be scared to try darker, bolder eyebrows. That's a tip I picked up from a makeup artist years ago, like years ago. And she said blondes never want to go darker. And then on my wedding day when I had my makeup done, she's like, do you mind if I go a little bit darker with your brows? I said, no, go for it. I know that you're supposed to with blondes. And she's like, oh my gosh, my blonde clients never want me to go darker or let me go darker. And I said, no, go darker. I know that's what you're supposed to do. So don't be scared to go darker if you are platinum blonde, darker blonde, any shade of blonde. It's not like it's a faux pas to have darker brows just because you're a blonde. But at the end of the day, you pick whatever color you're happy with. You do you. I mean, you do not need to do what everybody does. If you would follow what every YouTuber does, oh my gosh. Like, I do not contour any part of my nose. I don't care. I don't use brightening powders or brightening anything under my eyes. I contour how I want to contour. I highlight how I want to highlight. You know, even my brows that I'm about to show you, I do my brows so effortlessly and naturally. I don't do what most YouTubers do, where they sit there carving out their brow and carving it out down here. Like, for me, I like a really beat face, but I don't want my brows to look fake, even though it's clear that like my face is fake because of the amount of makeup. I want my brows to not look drawn on and so perfect, like twins. I want them to be sisters. I don't want that perfect definition. And I'm not going to call out the makeup company because it's a company that we all love, but they have flat out told me that they will not post my photo on Instagram unless I start doing that sharp brow that everybody does. And I'm like, well, that's not me, so then don't post my photo on Instagram. I don't care. And that's what I mean. I am to that extent of you do you, where there's this big company that would be posting me on their Instagram if I chose to chisel out my brows. But that's not me, that's not my brand, that's not who I am, and I choose to not chisel out my brows, and I would be in front of millions of people if that brand accepted me the way I like to do my brows, but they just don't like my brows, and they won't post me because of that. And I'm fine with that. You know what? It sucks, but I'm not gonna change what I like with my brows because one company wants me to be on their Instagram page, but they don't want me on their Instagram page with my brows. They want me on their Instagram page with their idea of what brows should look like. So that's why I'm telling you guys, stay true to you and just don't change. I mean, when I'm telling you that I have turned down so many opportunities with some companies, I am being legit. I have turned it down. If it's not true to me, I do not care if it slows down my growth at all. And I obviously would have grown even bigger by now because I've turned down opportunities from some pretty big companies, but if it's not true to me, I'm not doing it. You know, if I don't believe in the product, I'm not presenting it to you guys. If I don't think it's great, I'm not lying to you guys just for the sake of getting it. So there you have it. So I'm going to show you how I do them. This is not how you're going to see most people doing them, but everybody has a way. So I'm going to take this is number 4. We want number 2. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in number 2. And the reason why I prefer this one is because it is such a small tip. I don't know if you guys have ever really seen this. I know a lot of you have, but maybe not everybody has. So next time you're in a Sephora, go look at the Precisely My Brow because you're gonna see just how itty bitty the tip is, and I love that because it makes it so easy. And if a brow product doesn't have a spoolie on it, I'm like, next. I won't even bother. I like to flip back and forth between combing through and putting the product in way too much to be able to deal with separate product and spoolie. Like I can't. So most people will start and draw their line, and then because they're drawing it to make it more fake, and that's not what I do. So for me, I just start lightly. I don't put a lot of pressure on, and I'll just do these quick little motions to start filling it in. Because I'm not drawing it on. And my brows do not, why is my camera, I don't know why it's pulsating. My brows don't naturally grow up. So people like to draw their brow hairs straight up when they're using a pencil, but mine don't do that, so I don't find that natural. So I don't draw hairs straight up. I just fill it in how mine grow. So to me, I find that to look more natural than if I was to start drawing in hair that doesn't grow that way anyway. So I don't know. If your hair grows straight up, then yes, I would 100% agree, fill it in the way your hair grows. But to me, putting hair strokes where you don't have hair, I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that I'm wondering if this is a video I'm going to have to refilm if I'm going out of focus too much. Don't do it just because you're seeing another YouTuber do it. If you want to do it because you like it, then do it. Don't look at it like it's a necessity to draw hairs straight up, because it's not. My hairs grow this way. If yours do too, and you want to fill them in this way, fill them in that way. Now, when I start getting here, which is where my hair starts arching a little bit, now I start getting a little bit more precise with my drawing it in. Want to make sure I'm sticking right now with just my actual brow hair. I'm not adding shape yet. And I really like to make sure that the tail end is filled in. And then I will come back up here to this point, right where I start losing hair, up here. It's getting messy. I'll take that and kind of draw a little bit in to shade that. And then connect it. And like right now, I have that sparse area down here. So I'll just put a little color there. And now if I see the difference in the two brows already, and I'm not like carving them, shaping them, but it's giving it more fullness while looking really natural. Like I just have a naturally beautifully thick brow. So it doesn't look like I had to fake a drawn in brow. And that's why I like this so much more than what most people do on YouTube. I don't prefer the sketched on part, but again, it's preferential. There's nothing bad about doing it the other way. I just want you guys to know you don't have to do it the other way. You can do it the way you prefer. So now if I did have roots, this is where I would take number 4. And let me show you how dark number 4 is. Oh, I still have a swatch from my highlight that I just put on. Number 4 is very dark compared to number 2, which is what we just used. Number 2 is like my eyebrow color. Number 4 though meshes well with number 2 when I start mixing it in over here a little bit. When I do have the dark roots, it does tie the roots in nicely and gives my overall look a more cohesive look, because you can't dye. I am like way too, oh my gosh, too many new products on my face right now and it's driving me crazy. Oh, and now my dog tried to jump and he missed. When you're this blonde and then your roots grow in darker, it can be a really harsh contrast, but that's why I find working a colored, like darker color like number 4 in actually ties your whole look together, and it makes the roots not look so harsh when you make your eyebrows kind of match your roots. So it is a good trick to have a darker pencil on hand if you do go so extreme with your hair color, because tying it in really can make all the difference in the world. Like, you have no idea. It is awesome what that kind of an illusion can do. And this brow product has just enough pigment and waxiness in it where it really lasts all day. I love topping it with the ABH brow gel. I feel like it really locks it in place without feeling crunchy or hard or anything like but it like will maintain its shape. And that's like my perfect brow routine. It's also really good as you're filling them in to kind of stop, look back, and then look at both your brows to just see that you are on the right track to making sure that they are fairly even. So you don't want to just focus too hard on one and then all of a sudden they are completely off. So you do want to, you know, fill it in and then kind of take a pause back and look at your face as a whole and then go back in again and see where you need to fill it in, either go back to the other brow or what you need to do. And just like that, that's all I do. I'm not gonna go in, carve them up, clean them up, and nothing like that. They are done. I'll take a little bit of my ABH Clear Brow Gel, put that over top. And then the brow gel, you can also finagle your hair a little bit into where you would like it. So if you have one brow that sits higher than the other, you can kind of pull the opposite brow hair, the one that sits lower, you can pull it up higher with the brow gel and then it will set into place in a higher area. And that's it. So I hope that that was helpful for you guys and kind of gave you a different twist, a different way to look at how you can fill in your brows, and that you don't need to be so stuck in the classic way, whatever way you want to look at, that there are other options, and at the end of the day, you do you and you do how you like to do it. So that does it for this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it or found it helpful. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.